Hello everyone! Today we are going to do a quick walk through some of the areas in the art studio. Now, our space is unique in the sense that it is a real life, everyday working art studio. It's not just an area where we come to when we want to just work on some crafts. This is where my teen daughter Madison and I do real life. We homeschool, we craft, and we work. This is where in part, we run our full-time arts and craft online store from. So welcome to Spectrum Art Creations. My name is Maddie, and I'm going to walk you briefly through some of our favorite areas in the art studio. This large wall contains a unit that houses 30 different cubes. Now, each cube is 12 by 12 inches. And in these, we have sorted our personal fabrics and laces. Now, the fabrics are sorted by color or themes, for example. So we have a basket for yellows, for pinks, for purples, or just things that have a theme, perhaps characters or maybe seasonal. And then on the two bottom rows, we have our laces, and they are sorted the exact same way. They're sorted by color as well. This is a great way to be able to find the perfect color, fabric, or lace when you need it. Now, this following piece is where Madison and I keep our paints, things like 3D Viva paint, gilding polishes, our shimmer sprays. We also keep our distress oxides on this unit, as well as our chalk paints, our dilution sprays. We have as well some colored texture pastes up top and our dilution paints, both in the old format and the new ones. If we come around to the other side, we are going to have our vintage patina pastes, as well as our Nouveau vintage and crystal drops, our liquid pearls, shimmer sprays, fluffy pastes, sparkle sprays. Then we have a whole row of stickles. Madison loves stickles. Also, we have our gelatos, our distress crayons, our alchemy liquid acrylics, and Madison's homemade sprays, which she had tons of fun making. In addition to that, we've got some mica powders, love our distress paints, of course, and our gloss sprays. Love them as well. Distress stains, and then of course all of our great Finnabar waxes. I have them sorted by neutrals as well as colors. And then on the other side, we have all of our sets. Oh, the vintage paste, of course, one of my faves there. But we have our metalliques and other sets like the rust effects and the sparks. So that is where we house most of all of our paints or mediums here on this wall. Now, the following unit right next to it houses, of course, some of our favorite projects up top, but it also contains our watercolors, our palettes, and then some cheaper acrylics. So these are the ones that we use if we're just going to be playing with maybe our gel plate or something to that effect. And then underneath, yes, we have cubes full of playing cards. We love using playing cards in our projects. Now, this unit right here contains some of our favorite pieces, some of the more recent ones that maybe you've seen videos on. There are full tutorials on a lot of these, whether it's on our channel or at the Graphic 45 YouTube channel. So make sure you check that out in case you want to see how any of these are done, and you can follow step by step. This is an IKEA unit, which I refinished to make it look like it's a vintage piece, but it isn't. And there's one that flanks either left or right side of this unit. Behind those projects, we have a lot of the different tools that we use, things like eyedroppers and T-rulers and some additional colors of stencil butters. Directly below that, we store other mediums as well, like our Pitt pens from Faber-Castell, some other paints, and also some stamps. Here's where we keep most of the larger sets or larger pieces, and we have florals, backgrounds, alphabet, sentiments, So they're kind of categorized. This is one of the pieces that we did recently in one of our classes. And we have here envelopes and some other things like tickets, all kinds of ephemera. These binders, I'm going to be doing something really neat, so be on the lookout for that. Right above that, we have our magical powders, our Nouveau Crackle pastes, and our alcohol inks, as well as some of the pigments as well. We have our paints and sprays and other mediums. And then on this next unit, well, for those of you who know me, know I love Alice, so teacups, yes, of course. Now, directly underneath of that and to the left, we have Alex cases full of different things that we use daily, but this is all pretty close to hand, including some of the most used things like my graphic 45 ink pads. Here I have all 6 colors. These are used every day, all day, so I keep them very, very close at hand, as well as our business stamps. So those are also kept close at hand. Directly to the right of that, we have the We Are Memory Keeper tools, and of course our spatulas, paint brushes, palette knives, and additional ink pads. Right above this, we have the latest graphic 45 piece that I've done as of the filming of this video. And right above that, we have, of course, a hot air balloon. I love hot air balloons. And those two beautiful pictures flank a massive clock that I have up top. To my right, I have, again, tools that I use every day, but I wanted to show you this super cool unit that we just picked up. So obviously you can see it's gonna need some work, but I can't wait to refinish it, because this is where I'm going to be moving all of those metals that I have in the Alex cases, like my graphic 45 claw feet and keys and all that, into those bins. Here we have more color mediums that we use every single day in our projects. Madison loves this table because she likes to work next to Mom, and of course those are some of her gel plating envelopes that she's working on. Now these units here house my, or I guess, older pads. Like when we first started, we had generic pads that you know, are not specialty paper, so that's where we house these. And of course we also have some by themes, such as this Harry Potter Madison inspired bag that she's been collecting, and some other themes. Now, aside from the desk where I actually work and film, this is probably the most used area. This is where I have things that I'm working on currently, like that graphic 45 folio that I just finished with the composition notebook. This is where the guillotine is housed, where I do all of the cutting. And these drawers right here are full of all of the different punches that I use daily. This unit sits directly behind me, so I'm able to access, of course, my gorgeous graphic 45 materials. So this is where I keep the chipboard and stickers, background papers, also my chipboard sheets, which I use for almost every project that I make. And I keep all my extras in these super amazing zipper bags. I also keep, yes, the packaging, because it is lovely and reusable. And then directly beneath that, I have all of the 12 by 12 collections. Now, if I've worked with them like I did, you know, with this one, and this actually has 3 of the same paper pads in there, I put them in my handy dandy zipper bags, which house all of my little pieces and any other extras, including instructions or anything that I want to house. But these are all of my 12 by 12s, and this goes way back there. It is a very deep unit, which is great because it allows me to have all of my gorgeous, to see, different 12 by 12 lines. Now to the right of that, and I do apologize for the shadows, I'm filming late at night because it's when I can actually work without being interrupted. We have the 8 by 8 collections, and then directly underneath of that, I put anything that might be considered more seasonal, like maybe Halloween, Christmas, winter, things that are going to be used maybe specifically during certain times of the year. And oh yes, like the gorgeous Nutcracker collection. Now, going on the other side of this island unit, we have, of course, tools that we use as well every single day. Things like in these drawers, we have acetate. I have rice paper, tissue papers, things for decoupaging. So the drawers have become more like a decoupage area, including napkins and tissue papers and things of that sort. To the right of that, I have a lot of the different mixed mediums that I use for mixed media. And then underneath of that, we have other specialty papers. Again, sorry about the shadows, it's kind of late, but I have specialty papers there, here as well, smaller ones, and then of course, larger ones directly here underneath of that. It is really great to have that unit directly behind because that's what I use almost every single day. Now this next wall is a work in progress. I need to revisit it and redo it. This is all of our ephemera. There are thousands and thousands of ephemera pieces that I need to reorganize. But directly underneath of that, I have colored paper and folders and things like envelopes and pockets that we use for journal making and for other projects. I also love using books or just books in general. So I have 3 of these units that contain books with great images or interesting pages that I can use for crafting as well. Now, as I had mentioned earlier, I not only design for Graphic 45, but we also run a full online arts and crafts store, and we are proud to be Graphic 45 authorized retailers. This wall contains Graphic 45 paper lines, both old, some retired, new ones, newer ones, and then of course it's one of my favorite places to come for inspiration as well as for restocking, right? And to be able to stock in new product as it comes in. We have gorgeous, gorgeous paper lines here from Graphic 45, plus we also carry all their other goods. So always, of course, check Graphic 45 for your needs, but know also that there are other options, or if I can help, if you have questions with anything as well. We have dies, journals, stamps, just a great selection, all the beauties that Graphic 45 carries. These are the brand new interactive folio albums, and they are fantastic. Make sure you check them out. We have some boxes, journals, of course, plenty of metal pieces, the gorgeous handle, the doorknobs, the claw feet, keys, all kinds of great Graphic 45 products, as well as, of course, the ink pads, my favorites. So make sure you check those out. If you don't own them, you definitely want to stock up on those. We also have tags, their flowers. Oh, their flowers are absolutely divine. Graphic 45 flowers are stunning. And of course, all the ephemera and journaling cards, the flower packs, and all kinds of other great elements for all of your crafting needs. Graphic 45 just has so much to offer for your crafting needs. We hope this tour has helped to highlight some of the Graphic 45 products and of course some storage ideas for your art studio or your craft room. Please be sure to leave a comment down below. We love to hear from you, and we hope to see you all very, very soon on our next tutorial. Don't forget to check out all the videos both on our channel as well as in Graphic 45. See you all soon. Bye.